Hey guys, it's the Theuberelite, and this is a small little video on how to use the auction house because a lot of people that I know of have been kind of having problems using the auction house, using it effectively, and as you can tell, I've made quite a few sales on the auction house recently for quite a bit of money actually. Just keep note of everything that's that you're going to be selling and stuff. And all of this does take a little bit of work to learn, but once you've learned it, you'll be going crazy in the auction house. You'll really enjoy it. You'll probably not want to salvage most of your stuff. A lot of the stuff that I have right now in this top row I'm not going to sell, but I'll do some basic stuff right now. So, first thing you want to do is you want to take your drop, and you're going to want to note the level of it. So you go to the search. This one's going to be a one-handed weapon. I'm going to sell this dagger first. This 235.5 DPS dagger. It's a level 52 dagger, so I'm going to throw it on that. Level 52 dagger. Set the max buyout to 20k, see what's around there. And as you can see, we've got a lot of higher DPS items. And I may want to mention to you right now, if there is a socket in the item, just throw like a regular ruby in it or something. It'll throw it higher up on the DPS. Even though like this has a higher DPS, it's 249.9, and this has a 237. This value does not account for any gems that have been placed inside the weapon, so it'll still appear higher on the charts, and it'll be it'll come up closer to the top. So as you can see, most of these are 240s, and by page 2 it's still not that low. So now we've got the 235s, around 15k or so. Let's lower it down to 12k. Just keep lowering the stats. If there's any other stats on it, you may want to take note of that as well. But usually I just work off the DPS. And now we've got a good amount of items here that are kind of similar in DPS values. So now let's switch it to dexterity, see what's around that. Yeah, definitely a very good price for it. It would be around 10k or 12k because it does have dexterity on it. And that means a monk will really be benefiting from this. But yeah. If you want to be safe, you'd probably go a little bit less than 10k, and then, because, say we set this to, like, 9999, so we don't see the 10ks and stuff. So, now you've got a dagger that's going to appear right about here on the list. And so, when going through this, somebody's going to see, holy crap, this thing has 88 dexterity, definitely buy that. So yeah, I'll just throw this in for about 9,500 and see, and that'll probably sell pretty fast, and we'll see about that later. But anyways, let's move to this belt. Now, I'm gonna have to switch it to armor belt. This is a level 51 belt, and it's got a huge strength value to it, so let's do strength. Set it back to 20,000, and that is not what I wanted to do. As you can see, a lot of plus armor stats appear above it. This is a 155 armor belt, but let's switch it to 100 strength, and as you can see, a lot of stuff got eliminated, but we still have a lot of higher armor stuff above it, so switch it to 10,000. And you see still a lot higher armor stuff, but it eventually shows up. Switch to 8,000 here, and now we've got even, and now we're getting closer to that top point where we get the first or second page. Your goal is to try and get the first page, but again, that's not always going to happen. Sometimes the stats are so high that you can If you search for a good enough value, then you'll get first page easy, based on other stats. So this would be first page, and this is 137 strength, so this is going to be a huge selling point on this belt. And so I could probably do this for more than 5K, to be honest with you. I could probably do about 7,000, I'd say, and I'd be pretty safe with that. But again, it's up to you. It's part of it's taking a risk, because there's a 145 strength for 7,000. So I'll definitely do like 6,000 or 6,500. Just make sure you go through each of the items and stuff. And yeah. One thing I'll note is that these are really hard to sell, the offhand stuff that aren't shields that give damage, because there's no way to search for damage or DPS or anything. So these are really hard to sell or decide if you should sell or any of that. Next up, I'm going to see the... this is a low-level one, so let's do this. This probably isn't going to do very well, but because it's only 39 dexterity, but let's see. 27, let's get rid of this mid value, and dexterity, armor, bracers. And since this is low level, I'll keep the max buyout at 7,500, because you don't want to be selling low level stuff for high amounts of gold. So let's see how much armor this is. This is a 59 armor, so this should appear pretty high up. And this guy is selling 47 dexterity for 2,000 gold, which is quite low, actually. Quite a low price. And this is why I love doing the upgrades on this stuff. And yeah, this is still basically a basic guide on selling your stuff, but as you can see, we do have a lot of higher dexterity items that are selling for a lot less. You can see these 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. All of that selling for pretty low, and this one's got some pretty good the life regen on it too. So this one is not going to sell very well, but I'll just throw it in for 500, because at least it's cheaper than at least it's more money than selling it to something or converting it to essence, so to speak. Which, by the way, this is one of the main reasons why I use the auction house, is because essence and stuff are really cheap to buy. Look at this. Artisan crafting. Wait, no, where is it? I always forget where the stuff is at. Crafting. Subtle essence. Say you want to buy a max stack of the subtle essence. This is the normal stuff. 18 gold per. Now you go to the nightmare stuff, the shimmering essence, it's 30 gold per. And we go to hell, 43 gold per. As you can see, that's a lot cheaper. I mean, you do get these encrusted hoofs and stuff, and all of that every so often, but in my opinion, it's not worth the risk. I mean, they're still pretty cheap, and those max stacks are really a lot. So I think you guys are getting a general idea from these examples. Again, if you have armor with a primary stat of, like, say, this armor has sockets and 59 intelligence, and that's it, throw some gems in it to boost its position on the charts. So, say somebody were searching for a 100 armor chest at level 41, they would actually get this as one of their first, even though it's plus 59 with 2 sockets, because it does have topazes in it. And please don't use flawless rubies and stuff in weapons. It's way too expensive. I've seen somebody sell a sword for like 20k that had a flawless ruby in it. I took the sword, I sold it for like 5k, and I sold the flawless ruby for 20k. So yeah, just take note of that. And rings and amulets are really big, especially attack speed. I'll tell you that right now. Those will sell for a lot, especially if they're over 10%, and really especially if they're over 13%. But yeah. Anyways, guys, this is Theuberelite signing off. Really hope this guys helps you. What the fuck was I just saying? Really hope this helps you guys out in finding some good gear and all of that. And yeah, peace out, guys. So, in summary of the auction house stuff, since I didn't really do a summary of it, basically, and as you can see, I just sold an item. The dagger that I put in earlier, the first one that I put in, and that was 8,000 gold. By the way, you will lose, when you price it, you will lose 50% of the gold that you get because Blizzard's a faggot. I'm kidding. I love you, Blizzard. Suck my penis. Seriously. But anyways, yeah, so, in summary, basically, take the stats of the item, throw it in the, check for similarly statted items. If you're not going to be able to get it on the first 5 pages within, like, 1K or so, it's probably not worth it to put it in. And, yeah, there's a point where it becomes, there's no point to put it in, like, you should probably just sell it to a, merchant or whatever. But, yeah. See, for example, I'm going to try and throw in this mace, but, or, actually, no, I'm going to try and throw in this dagger. It's a level 47 dagger, with 10,000. It doesn't look like it has high DPS, so I'm going to set it to 10,000. And yeah, look at how many better daggers there are on this. This dagger sucks. Like, it completely sucks. So there's pretty much no point in putting it in, even if you do set it to dexterity and say, like, set it to 1,000. It's like there's nothing that's really worth it. There's so much stuff that is better than it. It's only 78 DPS, and you're just gonna. It's shit. You could get better for 500 gold. So yeah. Anyways, guys, in summary, basically look up the stats. Don't sell absolutely everything in here because you do have it stuck in there for two days, and you only have 10 slots. So keep that in mind. I probably shouldn't have put this in period, to be honest with you. And yeah. Anyways, guys, this is Theuberelite signing off. Really help you guys sell your stuff in the auction house, get some more gold, and stop wasting your time salvaging your crap. Peace out, guys.